everyone, welcome back. My name is Sabrina and I will be guiding you through this gentle, relaxing, almost restorative-like class. If you have a blanket, blocks, a bolster, or maybe even a pillow, that's what I'm going to be using today. You may want to grab that now. Now this flow is perfect to do right before bed, after a hard day, or when you feel like you need a little bit of time for yourself to slow down. The world has been an incredibly chaotic place this year, and it's so easy to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or run down. We have that, coupled with the holiday season, may mean that you're feeling a bit burnt out, and I just want to let you know that all of these feelings are valid. We can feel all of the effects of this year deeply, but we also want to make sure that we are still taking the time out of our days to decompress. We are all always moving so fast, so for now, let's slow it down, quiet your mind, really carve out this time for yourself. We're going to focus today's class on relieving any tension, especially that we're holding in our lower and upper backs. Now I want you to all start in a child's pose. Take your sit bones back and really sink your hips down to your heels. Toes a touch. Drape your upper body forward and have your hands long out in front of you. Maybe you place your forehead on the mat. This is also a great place to add your bolster, your pillow, or your blanket. Really feel yourself melting down. Keep breathing. Really visualize any tension you have melting away. On your next inhale, we're going to come into tabletop on all fours. Hands under shoulders and knees under hips. We're going to do some very slow cat-cows. Just warming up our spine, hearing any cracks in our back, releasing any tension here. On your own breath, and as you inhale, draw those shoulders back, arching upwards. And then as you exhale, feel your navel pulling towards the sky. And breathe as you take each round of cat and cow. From here, we're going to come down so that we're lying on our belly, having your legs side by side, and place your forearms on the mat. We're going to be coming into our Sphinx pose. Really make sure that your tailbone is rooted down. Try not to clench your glutes. so that we're protecting our lower back, but you want to still have your legs active and firm. Now, while your legs may be active, make sure you're not clenching your jaw. Remove your tongue from the top of your mouth and just breathe. Breathe into the pose. If you do want to use a prop here, you could always roll your blanket up and place it under the sides of your belly to help yourself lift. Now slowly, with control, roll down and place your forehead on the mat. Just take a breath here. We're going to be coming into Sphinx pose one more time. So on your next breath, and if you're ready, slowly begin to make sure your forearms are pressing down and take that back bend. Really shine your heart forward. Now this time, there's an option. If you do feel like you have a lot of tension in your lower back, we're going to take a few leg lifts. If this is too much for you right now, just stay in Sphinx. So on your next breath, we're going to lift the right leg. Hold for a few seconds and breathe. And then slowly lower it down with control. Now we're going to take this on the opposite side. Inhale, raise your left leg. It's okay for it to shake. And just breathe. And then lower it back down. We'll do this one more time, one on each side. Inhale, raise the right leg. Gently place that down. Then raise the left leg. With control, place that down. From here, plant the hands, push your fingertips down into the mat, and ripple back into downward facing dog. Now we won't be here too long. We're just going to take one down dog. Feel the warmth this brings to your body. And breathe it out here. Staying in stillness. Taking any small movements. On your next breath, begin to raise your right leg up to the sky. Hold for a moment. And then we're going to send it through and come into our pigeon pose. So the right leg will be forward. Begin to bend your right knee towards your wrist. And your right ankle will be somewhere near your left hip. Begin to take your left leg back and really point your toes, heel to the sky. Make sure your hips are squared forward. I like to take a sleeping pigeon pose, coming down through the forearms. And since this is more of a restorative, relaxing class, feel free to place your forehead down. We're going to be here for a little bit. So you also have the option to use your props in any way that feels comfortable here. maybe resting your forehead on a blanket or a pillow, and just breathe. Whenever you're ready, push back through your hands, lifting your hips back and high in downward facing dog. Take pigeon on the other side. So we're going to send our left leg up to the sky, hold for a moment, and then send that through. So your left ankle will now be somewhere near your right hip, right foot behind, and your toes pointed down, heel to the sky. As you inhale, come up on your fingertips, lengthen the spine, and feel that back bend. Open your chest here. And then as you exhale, slowly begin to lower down, again wherever feels comfortable for you, using whichever props may feel right today. Breathe as you melt into this pose, releasing any tension, any negative emotions that we may be storing in these hips. From here, whenever you're ready, we're going to push up so that we're on all fours. Then we're going to swing our legs out in front of us. Now we're going to be coming into our Paschimottanasana, forward fold. As we're seated here, we want to sit up straight. And to start, we really want to actively be pushing down through our hands and also pressing down with our heels. But for this variation, I want us to use a prop. So as you inhale to lengthen up, exhale, fold forward and hug the pillow, the bolster, or the blanket that you may have. Melt down here. Really just let your worries wash away. Feel that comfort and that ease, and just hug it in any way that feels right for you. That might mean forehead down, closing the eyes, or maybe alternating the sides of your cheeks. Just breathe here. Also the option to just bring your legs in now and keep that forward fold with your pillow or your bolster, but give the legs a little break. On your next breath, slowly with control, rise up, move your prop to the side, and then you're going to meet me lying down on our backs. We're going to be taking a reclined spinal twist. So as you're lying on your back, your arms can come out to the side, the palms facing down in a T shape, or your arms can also be at cactus. If you want a bit of a deeper stretch, you can begin to place your right foot on the left knee. Otherwise, your knees can be parallel to one another. As you exhale, we're going to drop the right knee over to the left side of your body, twisting the spine and the lower back. Gaze can follow to the right side. Make sure your shoulders are really pressed down into your mat. Close your eyes here and really relax into the posture. Let gravity do the work here. On your next breath, we're going to inhale and roll the hips back and down to your mat. And as you exhale, the knees draw up into the chest and give them a hug. Just take a second here. You roll into a little ball, rock from side to side. And then we're going to take this on the opposite side. Begin to bend your left knee, placing your left foot on the right knee. And as you exhale, drop over to the right side of your body. Gaze can follow to that left side this time. And breathe deeply. As you inhale, slowly begin to unwind, bringing your knees back into center. Again, hug them into your chest. Give yourself that hug. If you want to massage out your lower back, maybe just rock slowly from side to side. Breathe. We're going to take some knee circles now. So just move them in a way that feels right for you. Rotating between clockwise and counterclockwise. Maybe moving one knee then the other, or both at the same time. Now we're going to be coming into our Supta Baddha Konasana, a reclined bound angle pose. So as we're lying here, we're just going to bring the soles of the feet to touch. Knees can fall out where they may. This is another great place to use our props for a more relaxing, restorative-like experience in this pose, because we're going to be here for a while. So begin to place your blanket or your pillows under each knee and just melt down into your mat. Let the knees fall. Breathe. Feel that tension and that stress melting away. And your arms can rest wherever they feel best. Maybe you want them extended out to the sides, hugging your prop, or resting on your stomach. Keep breathing. Now from here, we're going to be coming into our legs up the wall or waterfall pose. This is an amazing passive inversion. I do this every night right before bed, and I have the best sleeps. So I would move your practice close to a wall. If you don't have any walls near you, you can also do this with your legs up in the air, but it is not nearly as rewarding. So I would try to move close to a wall. We're just going to plant our legs up the wall, as the pose says. Option to add your blanket or your bolster under your hips. Your arms can be out in a T shape again, or resting on your stomach. You want to have your legs engaged so you can really feel the stretch through the hamstrings here. Even though it seems like a very easy pose, you want to have your core activated as well to get all the benefits. Another option is that you can open your legs out to the side or use a strap as well. This is a great pose to do right before bed, as I said, just because we are always running around, walking, standing. It really helps with that lactic acid buildup after a long day. And breathe. Slowly, with control, begin to drop or walk or bring your legs down. Now we're going to be coming into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Just let everything settle, turning off all the muscles, all the effort, and just fully relax. You just want to allow your body to melt down as it will. Just allow it to happen. Since we have our props, you can also put your bolster under your knees. It's really nice for the low back. Maybe wrap yourself in a blanket. Use your blanket or your pillow under your neck. We're going to take an extra long Shavasana in today's class. If you're the kind of person that thinks you don't need it and you want to skip it, I'll tell you that you're probably the person that needs this the most. So really sink down. Take one last inhale together here. Then exhale, let it all go. Slowly coming back into our bodies, waking up, wiggling fingers, toes. Then we're going to meet in the fetal position on our right side. Just take a moment here. Whenever you're ready, joining me back up in a seated position. I hope you all feel relaxed, rested, and at ease. With me now, I want you to take a deep breath in and deep breath out. To end this class, I want to leave you with a quote. That quote is that you can do anything, but not everything. So don't worry about putting so much pressure on yourself and trying to get it all done. But just thank yourself for what you have done. I want you to all thank yourselves for taking this class and taking this time out of your day. And I want to thank you all so much as well. Namaste.